And I'm live. Good morning. It's still morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. I hope that this video finds you all healthy, safe, and happy, doing well. I just wrapped up an interview with a dear friend of mine, a mentor and a coach, Dazina Mobley. But I wanted to get on before we did the interview, but I decided to come on now. As I was looking at everyone's postings, I posted yesterday, about 15 hours ago, and it's interesting. Facebook will make sure that their algorithms will show what they want it to show. But I posted something that I thought was very important yesterday, a part of this discussion that we've all been having in light of recent events with the young man in Georgia. And one of the questions that I saw someone ask was, how did we get here? And, we've always been here. This is nothing new. This has been going on for years, for decades. I mean, for anyone right now to really be like wide-eyed and shocked, to me, you just have not been paying attention. This is really about, I just got a phone call, I'm sorry. This is about, what are we going to do? This is about the actions that we choose to take from this point forward. Whether you want to believe this or not, we all of us, we contribute to this system that is actually being used against us. We are a part of this structure of oppression on people of a particular color, of a certain sexual orientation, gender, socioeconomics. We play in this game, but we don't see that. And I think that we are not going to see any real change in racism and discrimination in this country on so many different levels unless we take a long, hard look at how we contribute to that. Where are we putting our money? The products that we're buying, where we're spending our time and our resources. Who do we choose to give our time and resources to? In this age of technology, which is really supposed to make life so much easier for us, I think it's made us complacent and lazy. I really do. Because it's easy for us to get behind the screen of a laptop or a computer or our phones and spew our opinions at each other. I certainly do not want to come off judgmental. I'm just giving my opinion on what I have seen. But I feel that even in light of this virus and everything that's going on, we are in really bad shape. We're in really bad shape. And we are going to end up having a come to Jesus moment in this country. We don't think that we can really handle what we're seeing around us. Well, what is coming at us if we do not get our acts together? And that means that we actually have to be selfless. That means that we all have to step out of our comfort zone, and it has to be we the people, be the change. We've heard this before, and you hear me say it all the time. But what does it mean to be the change? It means getting into the communities and into the lives of those people that are affected by the things that we really care about the most. It isn't always about donating your money or volunteering your time, but it's really about stepping out of our comfort zones. Now, when it comes to racial inequality, that is a tough fight, but guess what? And I hear a lot of us Black people say that I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. We can't afford to be tired. We can't afford to be, there's no time to be tired. I know looking at this, the trauma of it alone can feel exhausting. But I would really love for a lot of our Democrat, liberal, progressive friends and allies who have put a lot of energy into, trying to get Dr. Fauci fired, or, whatever with Bill Gates, whatever they're trying to do with that, and protect themselves from the vaccines. I would love to see that energy put into real live people in this country right now that we are seeing in our faces are being killed. Not by a vaccine, not by a virus, but by a fellow man. Where is the outrage in that? We are choosing where we want to put our energy and where we want our outrage. And then we still want to act on the other side like, well, we really care. I met a woman this week. Oh, this is an amazing woman. I'm not going to tell you her name. I'm going to be interviewing her in the next few weeks right now. But she shared with me her story about abuse, and she worked in law enforcement. But she also went through trauma on her job. And through her dealings with her employer, she has now, her eyes have been opened to what the criminal justice system really looks like. And now, almost every day, this woman talks about and posts about the people that she wants to help, those that have been wrongly convicted. And that is her thing. She has now found her purpose and the work that she wants to do. And she is getting involved in their lives, befriending them, creating a network, and not afraid, unapologetic to show the world, these are the people right now that need some help. Will you join me in helping them? How hard is that? So that is what being the change looks like. It's like getting in the trenches with those people that we look around and we know in our hearts that we want to help in some way. But a Facebook post is not going to do it, and a tweet is not going to do it. It's going to take more than that. So I feel like this is the time during lockdown where we are right now to be thinking about when we can mobilize, when we can get out. And I'm not even talking about protesting. I'm really talking about us stepping out of our comfort zones here and going into where we need to go to help those people, to bring change to those people. There's so many of us, we have our stories, we have experiences in our lives, and from where we've come in our own journeys, there's a group of people out there that need us. And so figure out who that is and figure out how you want to help. And if there's nothing from your story, then you can look around, and if really what you've seen with Ahmaud's story has really gotten to you, well, there's a fight right there. And there's so many layers to that with criminal justice reform, but there's even going deeper with law enforcement and their communication and their relationship with people in the communities. That's a deeper layer that no one's really talking about. So how do you start there? So let's talk about that, guys. Let's look at what all of those changes, the things that we want to see happen in the world, what that would look like. So I'm doing this on my personal page because that's where I made the initial post. And there were a couple of things that I wanted you guys to really sort of to look at. There's the Defenders Decarceration petition that I'd love for you all to sign. If you go to my site, you'll see a link there. The prisoners right now, they're in lockdown and COVID is running rampant, and it's really bad for them. And so they need to start releasing some of those inmates. And so I want you to take a look at that and see what the Defenders Decarceration Act is looking like, and what that petition is, and the work that they're doing, and how you'd like to be a part of that. And then there's another one about bringing Althea Jones home. Althea Jones is a woman that has spent so many years in prison for a minor drug charge. She now has a pro bono a lawyer, a local attorney from Orlando that's trying to get her clemency. There's so many things. There's so many people that could use our help, use our voice. And so I'm just asking for you guys to join me with some of those causes. And then I've also put a phone number there for a hotline for those people that have family that are incarcerated, know someone that's incarcerated, not been able to get in contact with them, communicate with them, or have heard from them and have heard some of the stories of what's going on there. There's a phone number there to help those families and friends with that. So, but other than that, I also invite you to come over to my Marjorie Phoenix business page. This is where, as a group, as a collective, we all want to do something to make a difference, and trying to figure out how we can do that together and be that change we want to see in the world. So I invite you to come over there and join us. So how did we get here? We've always gotten here. But what can we do to move ourselves from here into a place where we can see equity, where we can see true equity? That's going to be up to us. It's definitely going to be up to us. And I hope you'll join me in that quest to be that change you want to see in the world. Okay, guys, I got to run. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.